This position is actually a white to play and win position. This is the famous Reddy's position. Let us analyze first white and also black plays normal continuation here and see what happens. So white plays first rook e1, now e4, king to e7, king to e5, king f7, king to f4. So now white can come on the other side to catch the pawn. So if e3, then king d5, king f3, king d4, u2, e2, then king d3 wins the pawn. So if black and white also plays normally, white can win here. But if black plays somewhat wisely, what will happen? Let's see. For rook e1, you would be able to draw after white's rook e1 if he plays um, some correct moves here. So after rook e1, e4, okay, king e7, king e5, king f7, you should not go to king f4, but you should keep up the position by playing king to f5 only. So you should not give up the opposition and prevent white from coming near his pawn. So now if you place king e7, you should play king e5. If white plays king d7, you should continue with the king d5. You should not go to king d4, then king e6. Again it's winning for white as shown in the previous example. So as long as white keeps his king on the d line or e line, that is d7 or e7, black should play for opposition only. So but if he plays king c7 now, he can play king d4. If white plays king c7 now, he can play king d4 and draws easily, as the white king cannot come near to the pawn. So after king d7 and king d5, so after king d7 and king d5, white has no move but to give check only. So he can give a check on d1, rook d1 check. Now we can come to king c4. So it is too late for white king to approach the pawn now. So after king e6, he can play e3, king f5, he can play e2, rook e1, king d3, king f4, king d2, draws easily. So what is the correct move for white to win in this position? So it is not rook e1, but you should play rook to e2. White has to waste one move to achieve the opposition or to avoid black's king shouldering. So you should play rook e2 and then waste one move. He has already wasted a move by playing rook e2, and then he is going to play rook e1. So after e4, now we can play rook e1. So now black is forced to lose the opposition, and white will be able to choose a side opposite to that of the black king now. So if you place king e5, king e7, now if we place king d5, you can play king f7, f6. If king f5, then he can play king to d6. So king d5, king f6, king d4, king f5, e3, king f4 and wins the pawn.